Two sisters are caught beneath the fiberglass cover of an Olympic-sized public pool and must battle the cold and each other to make it through the night. Welcome to Movie Recall. In today's video, we'll be going through the 2017 thriller film 12 Feet Deep. It's time to recall. Let's get started. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The film opens with a shot of a swimming pool cover retracting and people coming for a swim. Bree chooses to go swimming at the Katea Aquatic Center. As she swims, we see McGrady, the pool manager, subsequently put a sign around the pool announcing the pool's closure for a holiday. In the next shot, we see Bree take a device out to check her blood sugar. She pricks her finger, and the device tells her that it is 105. Seeing that all is well, she gets up and walks toward the pool. Just as she's about to enter the pool, she remembers that she has her engagement ring on and goes back to take it off. Meanwhile, her sister Jana is shown sitting in her car. She takes her phone and puts it on the dashboard and gets out of the car. Jana then changes and goes to the pool, and she bumps into a kid. She shouts at him and tells him that it is not a playground. The kid then comments on Jana's skin, and she again shouts at him to go away. The sisters then start talking as Bree tells Jana that she looks good. Jana sits on the side of the pool as Bree tells her to get in as the pool is heated. Bree comments that it's an upgrade from the last time she came there. Jana tells her that much has changed and that the pool has been upgraded. Meanwhile, McGrady catches Clara, the swimming center's cleaner, attempting to steal from the lost and found. McGrady tells her that he had just informed her parole officer about her and that he had said good things, but catching her in the act, he tells her that she is fired and should clean up before she leaves. We see the two sisters talking to each other. Bree tells Jana that it is good to see her and it's been a while. Bree replies that it was good to get out of the house, and she shows her apparent dislike for her mom's new boyfriend. It seemed Jana struggled with drug abuse, and when Bree asked her how long it had been, she told her that it had been more than 3 months. Bree tells her that she is proud of her and gets into the pool and reminds her of the swimming competition that they had in college. They agree that the winner will buy the other food, and they start swimming. As the pool prepares to close, McGrady joyfully instructs all swimmers to leave. Bree and Jana do so hesitantly and even argue with the manager that they need more time, but McGrady says that the pool is about to close and that he has put the sign up and that some people need to learn how to read. Jana replies that some people need to learn to kiss her ass. McGrady then announces on the mic that the pool is about to close and that they will see them after the holidays. While packing her things, Bree can't seem to find her diamond engagement ring. She panics and starts looking around for the ring. McGrady once again reminds the sisters that the pool is about to close and that they should leave, but Bree says that they need a minute. While her sister looks, Jana notices the ring jammed in the metal grate at the pool's bottom. Bree is surprised that Jana spotted the ring, but Jana asks her whether that's it, and Bree tells her that it is, and she dives in to get the ring. Meanwhile, the manager is saying goodbye to everyone as they leave, and believing that everyone has left the pool, he walks back to his room and decides to lock it down. Jana sees that her sister is struggling with taking out the ring and decides to get in to help her. As the two try to pull out the ring, the manager thinks that the pool is empty. He presses a button and the cover of the pool starts to close. Meanwhile, the woman is trying to get the ring out of the grate, but one of them gets her hair stuck in the pool vents. As the other helps her to get her hair out, they see that the pool cover is about to close. They try to swim up to the surface before it closes, but fails to do so. The manager is shown leaving the pool after locking up. Seeing that they are stuck, Bree asks Jana if she's okay, and she aggressively replies that she is not okay and is trapped in a pool. Bree then comments that her ring is still down there, and Jana replies, "Screw your ring." Bree says that someone might still be out there and tries to shout for help. Jana then comments that the pool is closed for the holiday and that they are stuck here. Jana then says that she's feeling nauseous, and Bree tells her to calm down. Bree also expresses her anger at the manager, and Jana says that he has done this on purpose. Bree and Jana then try to break the fiberglass cover but fail to do so, and then decide on finding a weak point, which they can use to escape. Jana sarcastically taunts Bree that she wants to treat the situation like one of her corporate projects and whether she'll get a report after this. Bree replies that it's either this or they could just try screaming some more. The two then try to find a way to escape. Jana pulls out a wet bag, but it looks like it won't be of much help, and she throws it back in the water. Jana finds a hole in the fiberglass and calls to her sister. Bree says that they could use something to widen the hole, to which Jana replies tauntingly that they should wait while she gets her toolkit. Jana screams some more and tries to widen the hole. Jana then asks why a hole is there in the first place, to which Bree replies that it could be there for anything. Jana then starts to panic, but Bree calms her down and tells her that they will be able to find something. They continue to swim around to find something to widen the hole. Bree finds a loose tile and breaks it in half to make a sharp end. Meanwhile, Jana tries to break off a metal pipe, but she fails to do so. Bree then tries to cut the gap to make it wider, but fails to do so. Jana then starts to comment about the way they can die, like starvation, drowning, and even getting attacked by sharks, as that is the only thing they're missing. Bree hopefully says that her boyfriend might notice they are missing and might call the police. Jana snarks at the moment and tells her that it's been almost an hour and they should just wait for her knight in shining armor to come save them. Bree then tells Jana that it was not her fault, but Jana says that her life in rehab wasn't easy and the worst part was coming home to see that Bree was gone. Bree apologizes for this and tells her that she has a life of her own now and asks Jana whether she can take care of herself. Jana then explains shortly after that she is secretly envious of Bree's wealthy lifestyle and recent engagement and that she stole the ring from Bree's suitcase and dropped it in the pool. Bree is at first enraged at her sister and blames her for putting them in this predicament, but her rage fades quickly. Bree then goes down towards the grate and pulls her ring out while Jana continues to hit the fiberglass with the tile. Bree recommends that they could use the loose grate to break the fiberglass, but to no avail. Jana manages to cut herself and Bree asks if she is okay. Jana replies that she'll survive. Bree tells her that they need to work together to get out of here and they could possibly try and pull the grate at the end of the pool to try and break the glass. Jana tells her to go ahead, but Bree says she is not strong enough and that they might be able to do it together. The sisters then hear Bree's phone ringing and she says it must be her boyfriend calling to check up on her. Jana dismissively replies that it wouldn't do them any good. Jana continues to degrade herself by saying things like, "Who would want to be with a screw-up like her?" Bree then goes down to the grate once again and tries to pull it off, but to no avail. When she surfaces, Jana tells her it was a stupid idea. Bree starts to feel the effects of being late on her insulin shot and admits that she is a diabetic and needs an injection to avoid going into a diabetic coma. Jana at first doesn't believe her and says that she's doing this for attention, but Bree reprimands her that she isn't like Jana and doesn't pull antics like this. Now aware that their situation just got worse, the sisters become even more worried. Meanwhile, we see a shot of a janitor who looks like she's completed the cleaning. The sisters start talking about the death of their father, and Jana says that Bree never talks about what happened that night. Jana says that she doesn't remember the exact details and then starts describing what she saw. She recounts how she saw the burnt body of her father, and Bree tells her to stop, but Jana says the therapist says that it's good to talk about this. She then asks Bree to tell her exactly what happened that day, and she only knows what her mother had told her. Bree then tells her the entire story. Apparently, their father was abusive and an alcoholic who had died in a fire. Jana continues to pester Bree for details, and Bree reveals that their father was a bad man who had come home drunk and had slept while smoking a cigarette, which fell on a pillow that led to the fire. Bree had tried to wake her father, but it ended up burning her arm, the scars of which she still carried. Jana comments that the burn must have hurt so bad, but Bree says that the pain came after, and while it was happening, it felt like ice was sliding down her hand. They suddenly hear someone enter the pool premises, and they immediately try to get their attention. It is the janitor, and she hears Bree's phone ringing. She goes towards their bags and goes through their belongings. Suddenly, she hears the women shouting and asks them what they're doing down there. They tell her that they're trapped down there and how the manager locked them inside. The janitor tells the sister she is going to help them and that they should wait a minute, but instead, she takes up Bree's purse, taking her cash, smartphone, and credit card, leading the women to assume she is going to assist them. The janitor goes to the main room and closes the cameras all over the building and turns on the lights near the pool. She then starts talking about how her daughter got her hair stuck in the drain once. The sister asks why the janitor is asking them so many details, and she tells them to be polite as she has their phone. The janitor then blackmails her for her phone password as well as her credit card PIN number. He also tells Bree that she's a cutie pie. Bree continues to plead with her that there is no reason to do this. She even plays her boyfriend David's voice note for the sisters, in which David says that he's worried about her and whether her psycho sister kidnapped her, and continues to patronize the sisters by mocking Jana about her tattoos and even asks her whether she has a tramp stamp or not. Jana then continues to shout at the janitor, and she says that there is always a reason to do things in this world, and if they do not take the opportunity, then they are stupid. The janitor then leaves, and Bree says that they need to cooperate with her, but Jana is against this and says that if they had waited it out this long, then they could spend a few more hours here. The janitor then says that she was just like the girls once and used to hang out at the pool and wear fancy clothes, but then she tells the girls that she has turned off the heater and that the water can get really cold. She then tries again to blackmail Bree into giving her the ATM pin. The janitor then leaves. The janitor returns the next morning, taunting the girls once again. Jana, enraged, instructs the janitor to position her ear on the little hole in the pool cover, after which she is stabbed in the ear with a sharp shard of tile. The janitor then activates the automated pool cleaning system, which causes the girls to choke on chlorine. She switches it off after a few minutes, understanding the risk of her actions. When the janitor returns, Jana apologizes to Bree for her envy and continues to blame herself for their predicament. Bree consoles her and accepts her apologies for her transgressions. Bree explains that she kept her father from fleeing during the accident that killed him, adding, "I killed that monster." The janitor reappears, having realized her error. She decides to release the pool cover in order to allow Bree and Jana to escape, but the passcode she was given by the management no longer works, trapping the women. She departs after informing the sisters that they are on their own. Bree quickly becomes shaky and chilly, slipping in and out of consciousness. Jana uses her final ounces of energy after first declining Bree's invitation to try, attempting to take off the metal grill on the pool's bottom, something her sister failed to achieve. After succeeding, Jana cracks the pool cover's fiberglass, allowing them to flee. She then dragged Bree out of the pool unconscious and gave her the insulin shot, wondering if she would live. With a pistol, the janitor appears in front of them. She threatens to kill Bree and Jana after considering what would happen if they didn't drown in the pool, since she does not want to return to prison. Instead, the janitor empathizes with the sisters and puts the pistol down before returning their stuff. Jana orders her to leave after phoning the cops. Bree is attended to by paramedics as they arrive at the swimming center. Jana returns the engagement ring to Bree. The two sisters burst into tears, thankful they have managed to get out of this suffering. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new movie recaps.